Hey YouTube, we are bringing you a new series, similar and new at the same time. So first of all, it is a breakdown or a walkthrough. I'm gonna still call it a breakdown. But this is called Dream Manifest. Before we get started, if you like this hoodie, let me stand up and show you. Boom, we got the crown on it. Boom, 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 boom. This is a part of the Kid and Play collection. You can probably see it right here, blurry in the background. I'll put it up, boom. And this is part of the collection. This is the hoodie. We got bomber jackets. We got posters. We got all different things in this collection. This might be my favorite piece in this collection. I just love how, I mean, come on now, look at the hoodie. Come on now, look at the arms. My favorite. It's my favorite piece. I don't have the mug on me right now, but I do have the, what is this? I have the Dexter mug at the meantime. So if you want any of these items, check out the link in the description under merch, and you'll be able to get yourself. So this is an idea I've been thinking about for a long time, even since I was a kid. So I used to have dreams all the time, you know, well, everyone has dreams, right? But I felt like my dreams are so vivid, like I could always like remember my dreams. Like, so as far as I know, check me if I'm wrong. You can check me in the comments if you want. But as far as I know, so although we dream every night, you dream the best or the deepest in your REM sleep. But if you wake up in your REM sleep, if you cut off your REM sleep, then you won't remember it. A lot of times we cut off our REM sleep. Why? Because when you're REM sleep, that's when you're the most like paralyzed. That's when someone could probably move you around and you wouldn't even know it because you're so entranced and so deeply in sleep. That's your REM sleep. The problem is, usually the time that you're in the deepest sleep is when your alarm goes off and you wake up because you're forcing yourself to go to work. So you don't get yourself to remember your dream because you keep waking up in your REM sleep. It makes sense that maybe a lot of people remember their childhood dreams is because you didn't have an alarm that needed to wake you up. So you slept until you woke up naturally, which made you a lot of times remember your dreams. So obviously I have more dreams that I remember when I was a kid than as an adult because we set alarms. Also, as an artist and being a creative person, I remember those things because they were so vivid. So when I woke up, it wasn't just like, oh, I had a dream. No, I remembered it like it was a world. And I was like, dang, if only I could draw it. But you know, as a kid, I didn't have the ability. Even now it's hard to do. But as I got older and then I learned 3D, I was like, you know what? Even though 3D is a more difficult, complicated thing to do, I was like, I think I can accomplish it in 3D. Oh yes, oh yes. So these builds from 3D are real dreams from my head. These are not ideas I came up with while I was living my life. So, oh, I want to do that. No, these are dreams that I had, and I was like, how can I bring it to fruition through 3D? So as best as I can with the capabilities and creativity that I have, I am bringing my dreams to reality. In other words, Dream Manifest. So that was a great idea of a name from Asteknight, and I was like, you know what, I like that name. So this series, this playlist is Dream Manifest, but this particular piece is called Mystic Library. I'm not good with names, but that's what this felt like in my dream, so that's why I'm gonna name it today, okay? So, don't forget to like, subscribe, and push that notification button because we're gonna have some more stuff for you. So you might as well push it now so you can see what we got going on. Let's get started, shall we? So, let's start in the library. So, basically, in my dream, I was standing about here. Let me see, it's being slow. Okay, here. And for those who don't know, this is Blender. Blender is a free platform for 3D. And let me tell you, because 3D can be expensive, so the fact that they made this amazing, amazing, amazing thing for free, and they keep updating it, and it's amazing. So I feel like, honestly, I feel blessed to even be able to use it. And I've made money using this program and jobs and companies and so many different things. So it's such a privilege to have learned this and use it. And even for projects like this, right? So I was literally like, almost like this angle, boom. But I've had this dream 3 times through my life. The first time was like this. The second time it was like this angle, right? Like kind of like that. Sorry, it's a little hard to do when it's screen recording and I'm showing Blender, the computer's like, excuse me? And I'm like, you're gonna need to work it out. This is like kind of the other angle. And the third angle, was in the town, the snowy town. So I'm gonna turn it on where you can see the correct lighting. So this is just like a temporary or like a, like just a viewing way so that you can easily see what you're working with before you turn on all the lighting and all that, and then it takes the computer more time to calculate, and then it doesn't allow you to really show. So let's go back to library first so you can see the mood and the feeling that I had when I was in there. Okay, let's do that. So I'm gonna turn it on. It's gonna take a sec, but we're gonna cut to it. Still waiting. It takes a sec. It's a lot of books. Oh yeah, a lot of books. Come on. Okay. So you can see it's calculating, right? It's like, what do you want me to do, right? Now, through here, I was able to get it as close to what I want, obviously. I did take it to Procreate and kind of like add a little bit more, like basically photoshopped it, but with Procreate just because it's easier and I'm so used to Procreate at this point. But basically I photoshopped it to give it more of a push of what it felt like. But this is just that angle, and I really wanted that feel. It had this feeling like in the 3D, it's a box that I had to make, but it didn't feel like that. It felt like a portal. Like it felt like I was just floating in this box, and then there was just this world of snow underneath. I don't know, it was so amazing. It was so mystical. So I was like, how can I bring that? And I was able to do it through 3D. Oh, we're upside down. How did that happen? Okay, so let's see if we can see the quality of the snowy town with the texture and lighting and all that stuff turned on. It's gonna take a sec as well, but at least wanted to get down here so we can see. It takes a while. It's also because it's so much going on. Like there's so many books in the library. There's so many little homes. So the computer's like, what do you want? Now I did optimize a lot. Like I did kind of like do a lot of like, you can, so it's hard to explain, but I don't know these proper terms, but you can like I can duplicate this cup and then it's 2 cups, or you can like have this cup and then mirror the cup. So it's really not 2 cups, it's still only 1 cup. It just is mirroring it, which is saving a lot more energy, but it's still like, look how many houses it is. So obviously it's not the highest quality. This is on 3 samples. And I rendered it 5,000 samples, so we're looking at 3. That's why it's so blurry. So you can't expect much here. But yeah, it was so fun to build, you know, like, and you can see it got the little tail. And I used a HDRI for the sky. So instead of like using like making a sun and doing all the lighting, sometimes you just get a sky and it bounces the light onto the world, and it's a little bit more realistic or a little bit more, you know, like a better quality. But sometimes you want that artificial like setup, like where you want it to look that way. But for this, I didn't really want that. So yeah, so I did my little snowy versions. Also, you can tell this has, the snow world has a little bit different style. Like the library is a little bit more realistic. And then the snow world is more like low poly, kind of like little playhouses. And it wasn't like that in the dream, but I just wanted that separation of those 2 different worlds that somehow there's a portal from here to there. And I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, and I just kind of like, you can probably tell I'm gonna take it out of here where it's really just a big grid where like, let me see if I can turn this off. And it's really just a big grid. You see that? So like, it's basically this square or something like that, like this square right here. And I just made like a little park in the middle that can be repeated. So it's like a little park. And I made 3 different types of houses. So it's like the simple one build house. There's a more expensive, like 3 corridors, or however you would say it, and then like the mid one where it's only 2. And you just duplicate, you know, I just place it. I made 1 tree and I just duplicated that tree everywhere. Same thing with the bushes, and boom, boom. Same thing with the library. The library, it's like 5 books that I got from Poliigon, which is a great website for 3D like textures and elements and stuff. And he's from the Blender guru who kind of showed all this stuff, and he's great. And I don't know if he owns that company or if he partnerships, I'm not sure. But yeah, like these books, I didn't have to make these books. I can make a book, I know how to, but why make a book when somebody else can make the book for you? And that's the thing about 3D, like you don't always have to make every little thing, but now I did make everything else in the sense of placing it in the bookshelves, how I wanted it to build up, making this railing, making those houses down there. I don't even think I made the bookshelf, that was just a save of time. But either way, like look how simple it is to make a bookshelf, you know what I mean? And I just placed it how I wanted it, you know? And I also wanted this like long hall, like long tall walls. And I wanted it to have a little bit of it's hard to tell here, but like a little bit of like mysteriousness that way, because I never really got what was behind me, because I never really saw that angle like that, or at least I wasn't paying attention to that angle because I was so fascinated by the town. But how it felt was just empty, not really like scary, just kind of like there's nothing behind me. So I wanted that, and let me see if I can translate it with the detail here, and then you can kind of see how like it feels. With the lighting and stuff, it feels even deeper than what it really is in the rendering, in the build process. So as you can see, it's calculating, right? You can even see it in the top corner, like it's only at 1 sample, it has 3 to go. And remember, I rendered it at 5,000. So it's having a hard time, like, what do you want from me? But you can see how dark and like mysterious it is. And then like these piles of books and all that. So, and I was literally standing like right here, kind of looking down. So I didn't really see what was behind me. But you know how dreams are weird, like you're kind of like in it and not in it at the same time. Like this was first person and for this dream, but I also kind of felt the third, or I guess maybe that's even second person, I don't know. Feeling, dreams are weird. We've all had dreams. You know how you feel like you're in it and out at the same time? It's like you're playing the game and you're watching someone play the game all at the same time. So it's hard to like bring it to this two-dimensional. It's funny how this is the two-dimensional world when it's so vivid in 3D in your brain, you know? So you can see it cleaned it up for 3 pixels. And you can see the little town. I took off the volumetric lighting or fog. I wanted the fog, but you can kind of see in the corner that there's no fog here. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing more dreams as best as I can. Some are like kind of detailed like this. Some are really abstract. It was just like some random thing or place I was in, but I wanna try to bring it, and we're gonna bring it. So if you wanna watch this video without my commentary or a breakdown, click the link. Asteknight did all the music in the video. The first song is the song that was tailored to this, and then we had some filler songs. It's an hour long, so we filled it in with some other songs. In that video, you'll hear it in the first, and then there are other songs that we just feel that feels good as you watch through the process. But definitely check that out. We're gonna have more 3D stuff coming soon. We're gonna have more Dream Manifest collections coming soon, so definitely check it out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and push that notification button so that you can see what we got coming up. I think that's it. What are you doing? I know you're not about to leave without liking or sharing or something. I know you see that red button. You better subscribe to my channel. See you soon.